Life Love Lessons for Women of Faith. So you are a woman of faith. You have overcome over and over again. You have testimonies of passing many tests and victory stories of victorious winnings. Then, why are you hypertensive, high-strung, distressed, depressed, anxious, angry, living life but not loving life? Hi, I'm Teacher Hazel. Teaching is my ministry, my career, my life's work. I too am a woman of faith. I have been through the fire, I have been through the flood. Now, my heart's desire is the love dance of God. I am inviting you to listen to Life Love Lessons and talk to me about your learnings from my teachings. Join me on Thursdays at 10 p.m. on my YouTube channel, Abundant Life Mastery at the Call. And let's talk about life love lessons as women of faith. Hello and welcome. Welcome, everyone. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome each and every one of you to Life Love Lessons for Women of Faith. Those of you logged on live and those logged on to the recording, welcome. And of course, welcome to the first timers. But please make sure to listen to the lessons that went before. They are available on this same channel. So welcome everyone. And to all the men who are joining us, welcome to you too. Remember, you belong. At this time, let us pray. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God sustains us. Wherever we are, God is. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I thank God for you, and I thank you all, each and every one of you, for being here to share with me tonight. I am Reverend Dr. Teacher Hazel and Gibbs DePeza, better known as Teacher Hazel. I'm a teacher by profession, I'm a teacher by calling. Teaching is my ministry. I'm also a transformational life coach and a life mastery consultant, and I am a mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, blessed with 10 stars in my life. I'm happy and I'm grateful. I love my life. Life Love Lessons is intended to encourage you to love your life. So, my main intention is to encourage you to answer the call to your God-given purpose. Access the more abundant life Christ promised you, and empower you to live a life you love. Remember John 10:10, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. As usual, our format, after a brief review of some nuggets from what went before, I present today's lesson, which is followed by discussion of your comments and questions that you will have placed in the chat. Okay? So, I hope everyone is doing well. Everyone is wide awake and ready for the journey tonight. So let's begin to recap. You know who you are, a spiritual being first. Yes. So say with me, I am a spiritual being, currently sojourning in physical form, having a human experience. So you know who you are and you understand the importance of knowing who you are. All right? And we also learn that you are to love yourself more and more each day. So, what is the test for that? Yes, you look in the mirror and tell that person that you see there, I love you. And you say it until you mean it, until you can feel it, and until the person in the mirror responds to you. Okay? Because remember, you must have love to give love. And of course, you know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that beneath the surface, the body serves the soul serves the spirit serves God. So we have gone through this, and we are proud and happy for this magnanimous work of art that God has done in preparing us as humans and all that He has given to us. And He has gone even further. So you know the value of your physical senses, and that's for you to understand the physical world, equipment that you need to understand the physical world. And we learn about our five senses from very young. But we have other senses that we should have been taught about. Because we are spiritual beings, we have six mental faculties or super senses. And when we go through those super senses, we know that that is our connection with the infinite. So that our physical senses do not give us that connection. And therefore, we have been given super senses to make the connection. And we looked at them, and we'll be looking at them again in more depth. And of course, there's our affirmation that we learned. I am me, I love the me that I am. Yes, you must love this beautiful life that God has given to you. And we embody the line from Love After Love, that poem that we talked about earlier. I will love again the stranger who was myself. I will give back my heart to itself. Yes, because this is a journey of love, learning life's love lessons. And you remember that there are laws governing the various aspects of our universe, such as laws of nature, laws of gravity, electromagnetism, electricity. Yes, there are laws, and there are also universal laws, essential universal laws. And we looked at 7 of them over the time. And we are going to focus on 2 of them again this evening in our discourse, right? So what we must remember is that just as gravity and the other laws make no distinction about who they work for, the same way the universal laws operate in a predictable manner like all other laws. So awareness of the laws transforms your life if you apply them. And of course, you have your super senses that you can engage with the universal laws to move out some old stories and replace them with some new ones. So, having done that recap, let us now dare to dream. Yes, because that's what the promise is for tonight. That we are going to dare to dream. And the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Do you remember when you used to dream? What are dreams? Dreams are thoughts. Yes, dreams are the aspiration of our thoughts, what we aspire to. Now, when we think, how do we think? We think in images. We don't think in words, we think in images. Because if I say to you, your fridge, the word fridge doesn't come to your mind. What comes is the image of your fridge, right? So we think in images and then we put that into words. So our image making faculty is one of our super senses, imagination. We use our imagination to create the images that we have. So you think in images and thought. We're going to be talking about that again. Thought is important, okay? Because when you picture something, it's not your eyes, right? It is your image making faculty, your imagination. And we need to remember that everything is energy. Life is energy. Everything is energy. And energy vibrates. So that life is a constant motion. Energy vibrates. Therefore, everything is vibration. So thoughts are energy, and therefore thoughts are vibrations. Yes. And thoughts vibrate on energy frequencies. So the same way you know that you have to turn the knob or the switch to get on the right vibration, to get the station that you want, whether it's on the radio or on the TV, to get the link that you're looking for on the computer, you have to get it aligned with it. You have to be on the right vibration. Otherwise, you wouldn't get what you're looking for. And it's the same thing with your thoughts. You have to keep your thoughts at the right vibration to get the results that you are looking for. And may I tell you that the highest frequencies of vibration are love and gratitude. Love and gratitude. And we're going to get further into that. So let's look now at the law of attraction. So we're talking about daring to dream, huh? And we dream, we use our thoughts. And our thoughts will create those images, and our imagination will have them there for us. So the law of attraction comes in when you dare to dream, because where your attention goes, your energy flows. What you focus on, you attract to you. So if you dream horror dreams, then you know what to expect, right? So you have to dream beautiful dreams, because vibrations attract like vibrations. And therefore, the type of dream that you have will determine what will come to you. So dare to dream. And we would have learned about the law of deliberate creation. And the law of deliberate creation says that you decide what you want to experience. And you know, some people will say, well, some of the things that I have experienced, I don't think I decided that. But yes, you did. Because where your focus goes, that's where your energy flows. So it is what you decide. And if you know that like attracts like, not opposites attract, like attracts like. And if you know that, then you can deliberately create what you want to attract to you. And if we look at Matthew 21:21, where Christ said, if ye have faith and doubt not, if ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done. Deliberate creation. So you dream, you keep your thoughts on the right vibration, and you will attract to you similar vibration. So dare to dream, because the dreams that you dream will come true. And let's look at how the imagination works, this super sense that we have. And we're going to be looking at two super senses, imagination and memory. Because our imagination is our image-making mental faculty or super sense, in which we create mental pictures of the life we love living. So the imagination provides the image. And our memory is our image recalling mental faculty or super sense, in which we memorize the vibration of the images of our dreams. So that when you combine imagination and memory, you can live your dreams. And you remember that we said memory works not only backwards, but backwards and forwards. Because when you dream, you are dreaming of what is to come, and your memory will hold that dream for you. So your memory is working forward into where your dream is going. So that our super senses are given to us as a gift to help us to build the life, the dream that we want to build. And so again, I say, dare to dream. Because if you don't dream, then what are you going to build? So you need to dream. Remember when you were small, we dreamt about all kinds of things. And of course, sometimes they would blame us for daydreaming. But that was part of the development of the imagination and the memory, the super senses, because we use them even if we're not aware of them. Yes? So, dare to dream. And there are certain things that if there is no dream, there is no reality. So we move on to look at some dreams that have materialized for some persons and for some things. If the seed does not dream, there will be no trees. So the seed in its little space dreams of bigger things, dreams of becoming. And because it dreams of becoming, it becomes. And we see a well-known face there, Oprah. And she had big dreams in spite of whatever her circumstances were and all the obstacles that were put in her way, that took her to the point where the President of the United States was putting a medal around her neck. That's a dream that she dared to dream, and the dream came true. So like the seed, dream, because if the seed does not dream, then there will be no trees. So let's get another example of daring to dream. And again, when you dare to dream, if the caterpillar stops dreaming, there would be no butterflies. And look at the journey that the caterpillar takes to become a butterfly. But the caterpillar dares to dream. And the things which are impossible with men are possible with God. Another one of our laws, law of pure potentiality. And we see another famous face, right? Martin Luther King Jr. He dreamed. He dared to dream. And he lived his dream. So, in spite of the obstacles, in spite of what the circumstances around you may be saying and showing, you have super senses. You have a direct connection to the infinite, and therefore you can dream of things that are greater than what you see around you. And let's take a new thought. Let's take a new thought. And this new thought says that everything is created twice. Have you ever thought of that? Everything is created twice. First in the thought realm, the spirit realm, the dream realm, and then in the physical realm that we call reality. If we don't think it, we can't do it. You see, the chair that you are sitting on or the bed that you are lying on was first a thought in somebody's head. It was first in the spirit realm before it manifested into the physical realm. So that you pay attention to your thoughts, because your thoughts decide the reality that you will receive. And Paul said to the Philippians, whatsoever things are true, and whatsoever things are honest, and whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, think on these things. Why do you think he said that? Because he understood the law of attraction. He understood the law of deliberate creation. And he was advising that you think on the higher levels of vibration so that you will attract higher levels of vibration to yourself. If you think about things that are lovely, then lovely things will come to you. And he said, think on these things. Don't think on anger and hatred and all the base things. No, because the more you think on those things, the more you draw them to yourself. Remember, vibrations attract like vibrations. So you have to watch your thoughts. So let me ask you a little question. Is this your best life? Do you love your life? Are you living your dream? Think about it. You have greatness in you. Because remember, you're connected to the infinite. Remember, you are first a spiritual being. So you have greatness in you. Don't leave with your songs unsung. We all have songs within us. But if we don't pay attention to them, if we don't dream, if we don't build them, then they stay and they die. And the tragedy in life is not that we die, but what dies inside of us while we live. You know, some people are walking around and they're only surviving, they're not living. So let me ask you another question. Do you remember your dream? You must have a dream. We all do. Have you thought about that lately? When last you dreamt? I'm not talking about dreaming when you're sleeping. Don't try that. When last did you dream? Did you just spend some time dreaming? As Paul says, of things that are lovely and things that are true. When last did you dream? You see, you came here to make a difference. Your life has a purpose. That greatness that is in you needs to be brought out. As women of faith, we believe that Christ lives within us. And we know that all things are possible because of him. So let us make use of the faculties that we have been given. You are connected to infinite wisdom, and therefore abundant life is calling you. So you need to dream. Let your thoughts be positive thoughts and dream. And when you're dreaming, dream big. Dream big, whether it is that you want to climb Mount Everest, whether you want to go skydiving, whether you want to have a quaint little house near some lake somewhere, whether you want to live in the forest somewhere, whether you want to be a dancer or a singer, or even if you want to just lie down in bed and dream about perhaps riding a bicycle as the guy is doing. Any dream will do. Make sure that you dream. If you haven't been dreaming, get back into it, because that is part of the beauty of life. You know, long ago we had fairy tales, and the fairy tales served to give us something to dream about, to take us out of the mundane and put us into that realm where we can imagine things. So you can use your memory to remember some of the things that you imagined when you were young. Because there is an innate beauty, an innate abundance within you that is your very life and being. It is a gift of the Spirit of grace. Don't choose to die an unlived life. Women of faith, recognizing the connection, the infinite connection, recognizing all that you've been through, understanding that you are first a spiritual being, and that this physical life is just a short journey that has a beginning and an end. But the spiritual aspect of us, the one that comes first, continues. It was there before this life, physical life began, and it will continue after this physical life has ended. So let's move off of the mundane plane and get into that spiritual realm where we can dream things and bring them into reality, recognizing the law of attraction, that what we focus on is where our energy will go, and that is what we will attract to ourselves. So, dare to dream. And I want you to think about some of the dreams that you would have had a long time ago, and you push it aside. Sometimes because somebody said, you can't be this or you can't do that. And we push it aside. Let's take them back out. Let's dust them off. Dust off the dreams. Bring them back out. And let's spend some time with them, knowing that we live a life that is abundant, a life of pure potentiality where all things are possible, knowing that everything is created twice. You have to create it first in the thought realm before it is manifested in the physical realm. If nobody had ever thought about laptops and computers and Zoom and all these other things, we would have still been just there with our slate and our pencil and, our little copybook writing in. But because somebody dared to dream, we have all the things we have now. They are all the manifestations of somebody's dream. And so let's talk about dreaming and about daring to dream. And the fact that if you don't think about it, you can't do it. And as one sage says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Because it's your thought that determines what you can and cannot do. So it's question time. Let's talk. Put your questions and your comments and let's discuss them. Pleasant night, darling. Nice to have you. Pleasant night to you. Nice to have you. Yes, beautiful. Nice to have you. Thank you. Good night, my dear. So, tell me what your thoughts are. What's your dream? Knowing that your dreams are possible. Knowing that as people of faith, we have the ability that as spiritual beings, we can achieve much more than we see around us. That we can take our focus off of our circumstances. And as we say, we put our focus on our Creator because we are connected to Him. And once we put our focus there, we know that He is bigger than any circumstance that we can face. And therefore we dare to dream and to lift our spirits out of
the mundane and enjoy the strength and the beauty of the life that is given to us. He came that we may have more abundant life. So the life is already abundant, but we have to access it. We have to be aware of it. And we don't have to fight up. Remember, let go and let God. Go with the flow. Mm? The law of allowing. Yes, we want to enjoy what we've been given. Okay, so my dream is for Spiritual Baptist Radio will become a household name in the Spiritual Baptist community and a blessing to everyone who comes across this channel. Beautiful dream. And you recognize that your dream is already coming to fruition. It is becoming a reality. It is here. And I want to thank you that you have partnered with me so that we can reach to others and make a difference in their lives. Yes, so that you all would see the Spiritual Baptist Radio sign on the screen, because that's where my support is for the program. Dare to dream, and the dreams you dare to dream will come true. There are no two ways about that. You just have to focus, because remember, where your focus goes is where your energy flows. If you focus on the negative, then that's what you'll get. If you believe that it can't happen, then it can't happen and it won't happen. But if you believe that it can, then it will. And we know that sometimes the circumstances around us may make us feel that some things are not possible. But if we dare to dream and we hold on to our dream and we focus, it will happen. You know, I remember my father, God rest his soul, called me his little doctor. My father died when I was just going on 4. And that dream stayed with me. And my mother said to me after my father died, "Your father wanted you to go to convent. He was going to pay, but now he dead and he ain't even no money for it. So I don't know how you're going. And I know you're dreaming about being a doctor, but I can't afford that." But I kept the dream because my daddy said I was his little doctor. And if my daddy said I have to go to convent and I have to become a doctor, I kept the dream alive. And by the time I was 10, they started common entrance. So this poor little black girl ended up in the people's convent. My father wasn't alive to afford it, but the dream was there and the dream became reality. So I passed the common entrance and went to convent. And it took some years before I got to the level of doctor. And along the way, many times I thought that it would never happen because the circumstances didn't seem to afford that. And as a matter of fact, when I signed up to do my doctorate, I didn't even know where the money was coming from. And I didn't know how much money it was either. Because if I had known that it was going to be 500,000 plus, I certainly wasn't going to take that leap. But I just knew that I wanted to achieve it. And there was an offer at the university at the time. And I jumped for it because it was a dream. And I said to God, you told me, try you, trust you, delight in you, and you will provide for me. And I did just that. And I'm saying to you, it wasn't always easy. There were nights of crying and month ends when I didn't know where the money was coming from. But it always came. God always provided. And my dream of being a doctor came true. So, what is your dream? And what hindrances are you seeing? My dream is to have a daily soup kitchen. In whatever area God has me, not one will go without something to eat that day. Beautiful. And I assure you that that dream will come true. You see, because when we dream with that spiritual touch, with that connection to the infinite, when we dream about things where we can help others, God always makes a way. So, congratulations on your dreams. And even those of you who may not have put your dream out, I hope that you're thinking it and you're focusing on it. Because remember, where your focus goes, your energy flows. Feed it with some energy, some positive energy. Remember Paul's admonition. Whatsoever things are lovely and pure and true, think on those things, because that's the vibration that you will attract to yourself. So instead of fretting and fussing, focus on something that you can smile about. We spend too much time and energy fretting and fussing. And very often, we fret and fuss about things that we can't even change. And what we do by fretting and fussing is encouraging whatever it is we're fretting and fussing about. So think on the things that are lovely. Let your energy flow in the positive area at the level of the vibration of love and gratitude. And you'll be amazed at the change that it will bring in your life. So I hope that you have enjoyed our love lesson of life tonight. It's all about loving life. And I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed sharing with you. And that you are looking forward to lesson 6, when we will be considering the issue of truth versus fact. Truth versus fact. And we'll be engaging some more of our super senses and universal laws. And we'll be looking a little further into what you believe about life and the word. Remember, what you believe affects the way you live, right? So you have to be careful what you believe, okay? So let me remind you then, love yourself. It's the only self you have. Love your life. It's the only life you know. Live abundantly. It's your birthright. Love God. It's your purpose for being here. And remember, look in the mirror. I love you. And remember also, I am me. I love the me that I am. God did not make a mistake. He never does make a mistake. Thank you, my dear. And I'm happy that I'm making a difference in the life of others. And I'm doing it in whatever way possible. Yes. And so I say to you tonight, dare to dream. I thank you. God bless you. And sweet dreams. Not only the dreams that you're going to dream when you fall asleep, but the dreams that you're going to dream when you are wide awake. Dare to dream. God bless you. Until next time. Love you.